Back to follow-up segment tonight, another racial demonstration in Missouri. Less than 100 demonstrators tried to block Interstate 70 yesterday. Police arrested 35 people. Demonstrators protesting the shooting death of Michael Brown a month ago. And joining us now from Los Angeles, Alfonzo Rachel, a commentator on PJTV. So you watched the story from the beginning. What's the headline for you as it unfolds?
Well, look, if you want cops to not shoot black people, do things like don't rob liquor stores, and if you're protesting, don't throw things at cops. Look, I'm sad about the death of Mike Brown. I really am. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I do. But I know that there are certain things that lead up to this tension between cops and civilians, and doing things like robbing liquor stores and trying to bully people and getting out there and throwing things at cops ain't going to help the situation much.
All right. Now, Michael Brown, 18 years old. Teenagers make mistakes. I'm sure you made mistakes. I did. Every American teen makes mistakes. We don't quite understand the big picture. A lot of people use intoxicants, and that leads to this kind of thing. The police are given power. They're given training. They're given a gun and the power to arrest and detain. Coming with that power, though, is the responsibility of restraint. And that's where this tension comes in, where you expect people to make mistakes, expect people to do bad things, but the police officer has to be responsible every second. And sometimes he or she makes a mistake. I think this is a mistake. That's how it looks to me right now. But if that's what the ruling is, then the black community is going to go wild in America. They want vengeance right now, I believe, some black Americans.
Well, that's the key, is what is it that you actually desire? Do you desire vengeance, or do you want justice? And if you're out there looking for vengeance, a lot of things are going to spill over, and it's going to make the dynamic between police and civilians even worse. We have to keep a level head. We have to do those things that don't cause people to perceive us in a way that we have to be policed so hard. Maybe another approach might be, more suitable for us.
But the vengeance aspect comes from a lot of injustices that African Americans experience in their own lives. Don't you agree? That every African American has been treated poorly at one time or another, and then they don't like it. And so when they see something like this, they go, you know what? I'm not going to sit for it anymore. I'm going to go out and try to close down I-70. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, there's definitely truth that there's been a mistreatment from cops, concerning white cops and black people. That's true. But there's also a responsibility of not inviting this kind of harassment from cops. Like I said, if you're robbing a liquor store, if you're going out and you're acting, if I can just go ahead and use the word thuggish, you may be inviting a response from the police officer. Now, like I said, I don't know what happened. I'm not going to go and charge the police officer. I'm not going to say that Michael Brown was guilty or innocent. But at the same time, how about this energy being put towards taking some responsibility for our own lives, so we don't invite this kind of stigma upon ourselves?
Then why then do you believe that young black men are arrested in far greater numbers than any other portion of the population? Why are young black men being arrested so much?
Well, there's not just being arrested. There's a lot of things that go along with the arrested development of the black community in general, and I think a lot of that is because of there's having to stick to this paradigm of what it is to be black, not being able to get ahead, not getting an education, not getting a good job, because if you try to do these things, you're going to be stigmatized for trying to be white.
Does that still exist? Is that all over the place? If you try to fit into the conformity of the marketplace, you're stigmatized as being an Uncle Tom or something?
Yes, I'm going to be stigmatized for being Uncle Tom, for being on your show. Thanks a lot, Bill Riley.
Will you be? Will you get that kind of mail?
Yes, absolutely. Which means I must really like you.
Well, you should, because I'm looking out for all Americans. But what kind of people write you that mail? Do you know? Do you ever figure that out?
It's usually your left-wing liberals, progressives, Afrocentrics who buy into the liberal narrative. Yes.
Okay. All right, Mitchell. We're going to have you back on. Very interesting discussion. We appreciate you taking the time. When we come right back, Bernie Goldberg